There is a strange contradiction in modern life. People have more comfort than any generation before them, yet many feel mentally fragile. A small inconvenience ruins the day. A criticism lingers in the mind for hours. An unexpected problem feels overwhelming. The Stoic philosophers observed this tendency long ago. Human beings do not suffer only because life is difficult. They suffer because the mind is undisciplined. For this reason, Stoicism was never merely a theory about life. It was a practical system for training the mind, not through dramatic actions, but through habits practiced daily. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire during wars, political conflict, and a devastating plague. Yet his private writings reveal a man constantly reminding himself of simple mental disciplines, small habits that protected clarity, small habits that prevented emotional chaos. Over time, these habits create something powerful, a mind that cannot easily be shaken, a person who remains steady while others become overwhelmed. Here are 8 Stoic habits that gradually build an unbreakable mind. Habit 1. Begin the day by preparing your mind. Most people wake up and immediately enter the noise of the world. Notifications, messages, news, responsibilities. Before the day has even truly begun, the mind is already reacting. But Stoic thinkers approach the morning differently. Marcus Aurelius began his day with reflection. He reminded himself that he would encounter difficult people, impatient individuals, selfish individuals, people acting out of ignorance. This was not pessimism, it was preparation. When the mind expects difficulty, it loses the power to surprise. If someone behaves rudely, the Stoic mind does not react with shock. It simply recognizes human nature. Preparation transforms frustration into understanding, and understanding protects calmness. A disciplined day often begins with a disciplined morning. Habit 2. Separate events from judgments. One of the most important Stoic insights came from Epictetus. He explained that people are not disturbed by events themselves, but by their interpretation of those events. Something happens. Immediately the mind produces a story. This is terrible. This should not be happening. This ruins everything. But the Stoics trained themselves to pause and ask a different question. What actually happened? And what am I saying about what happened? The event might simply be an inconvenience, but the mind turns it into a catastrophe. Learning to separate events from judgments reduces unnecessary suffering. The situation remains the same, but the emotional weight changes dramatically. This habit alone can transform how a person experiences daily life. Habit 3. Limit the influence of other people's opinions. Many decisions are quietly controlled by the desire for approval. People choose careers that impress others. They hide ideas that might attract criticism. They measure their worth through social reactions. But Stoic philosophy warns against this dependence. Public opinion is unstable. Praise appears and disappears quickly. Criticism spreads easily. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself repeatedly that the approval of others is temporary. Character is permanent. A Stoic habit, therefore, involves reducing the importance of external validation. This does not mean ignoring all advice. Wise criticism can be valuable, but a Stoic mind evaluates opinions calmly rather than fearing them. When approval is no longer the foundation of self-worth, independence becomes possible. Habit 4. Practice restraint in speech. Words often travel faster than thought. A moment of anger produces a sentence that cannot be taken back. A moment of pride leads to unnecessary argument. The Stoics therefore valued restraint in speech. Silence was not seen as weakness, it was seen as discipline. A person who speaks less has more opportunity to observe, more opportunity to understand, more opportunity to avoid conflicts that lead nowhere. Seneca warned that the wise person does not waste energy trying to win every argument. Some discussions exist only to satisfy ego. Participating in them rarely produces wisdom. A Stoic mind chooses words carefully, because words, once spoken, cannot be retrieved. Habit 5. Accept the nature of difficulty. One of the most powerful Stoic habits is accepting that life will include hardship. Many frustrations come from unrealistic expectations. People expect fairness. They expect consistency. They expect events to follow their plans. But the Stoics observed a different reality. Life includes uncertainty. Plans fail. Illness appears. Circumstances change unexpectedly. When difficulty appears, the unprepared mind reacts with resistance. But resistance increases suffering. Acceptance does not mean passivity. It means recognizing reality clearly before responding to it. A Stoic mind asks, what can be done now? What action is still possible? This perspective transforms obstacles into problems that can be navigated rather than disasters that must be feared. Habit 6. Protect your attention. Attention is one of the most valuable resources a person possesses. Where attention goes, the mind follows. A person who constantly focuses on irritation becomes irritable. A person who constantly focuses on discipline becomes disciplined. Modern life competes aggressively for attention. News cycles, endless entertainment, social comparison. The Stoics did not face smartphones or social media, but they understood the principle clearly. A scattered mind cannot remain calm. For this reason, Stoic thinkers valued simplicity. They reduced unnecessary noise. They protected time for reflection. They focused their attention on what truly mattered: their actions, their character, their responsibilities. This habit creates mental clarity, and clarity strengthens judgment. Habit 7. Reflect on your actions each evening. While the morning prepared the Stoic mind for the day, the evening allowed it to learn from the day. Seneca described a nightly practice that helped strengthen awareness. Before sleep, he reviewed his actions, not with harsh self-criticism, but with honesty. Where did I act wisely? Where did I lose patience? Where could I improve tomorrow? Without reflection, experience passes without instruction. But reflection transforms daily life into a continuous process of learning. Small improvements accumulate. Gradually, the mind becomes more aware of its own patterns, more aware of emotional reactions, more capable of correction. Habit 8. Remember that time is limited. The Stoics practiced a reflection known as memento mori. Remember that you will die. When people forget the limits of time, they become distracted by trivial concerns. But when time is seen clearly, priorities shift. Moments become more valuable. Attention becomes more deliberate, and life becomes more purposeful. If these reflections resonate with you, consider subscribing to Stoic Wisdom for more insights into ancient philosophy and the discipline of the human mind.